Right. In today's class, we are going to see convolution theorem. So, what is that convolution theorem statement only we will see, but we will not apply uh, this theorem proof because only statement will look. The problems will come on the statement only. Proof is not required for examination point of view. Right. See in today's class, convolution theorem. Convolution theorem. What is that statement for convolution theorem? If L inverse of f bar of s equal to f of t and L inverse of g bar of s equal to g of t, then L inverse of f bar of s into g bar of s equal to integration of u equal to 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u into du, or this only will write integration of u equal to 0 to t f of t minus u into g of u into du. So in both ways we will write. So whichever is required, that one will take f of t minus u into g of u into du, or f of u into g of t minus u into du. Here they will give two functions, product of two functions they will give. One function we will consider as f bar of s, another function we will consider as g bar of s. Then we have to find f of t and g of t. Then we will apply the formula. Right. What is the procedure I will tell? This is the convolution theorem statement. Only statement only is sufficient to simplify the problems. It not require proof. Right. Now, what are the procedures we will apply to simplify these problems? Right. First procedure. In that procedure, first step should be step 1. That given function is expressed as the product of two functions. For example, that is f bar of s and g bar of s. F bar of s and g bar of s. We find second one. We find L inverse of f bar of s equal to f of t and L inverse of g bar of s equal to g of t. G of t. Third point, we apply convolution theorem. We apply convolution theorem in one of the form. L inverse of f bar of s into g bar of s equal to integration of u equal to 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u into du. Next, after this, we evaluate the convolution integral. To obtain the required inverse. What is the procedure? See, I will explain one more time. Procedure. So first they will give product of two functions. One function I will take it as f bar of s, another function I will take it as g bar of s. I will find f bar of s function I will take, and I will find L inverse of f bar of s, that is f of t, and L inverse of g bar of s is g of t. We apply convolution theorem in one of the form, means two forms I told, so either this form or this form. Any one of the form I will apply. L inverse of f bar of s into g bar of s equal to u equal to 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u into du. We evaluate the convolution integral to obtain the required inverse. So we evaluate this and we'll find it. To get the required inverse, we'll evaluate this. Right. I'll simplify the problems using this procedure. Right. First problem I'll take. First problem I'll take it as. In next sheet I'll do that. First problem should be evaluate using convolution theorem. Using convolution theorem. Right. What that first problem say here? I'm taking L inverse of 1 divided by s into s square plus a square. This is the first question. How do you simplify this? How do you simplify this? We have to see. Now, solution. Right, given should be here using convolution theorem. They are given 1 divided by s into s square plus a square. This only I will write. First I will take 1 divided by s into s square plus a square. I will write 1 by s into 1 divided by s square plus a square. I will write. In this one I am expressing it as a product of two functions. One function I will write it as f bar of s equal to 1 by s, g bar of s equal to 1 divided by s square plus a square. Now I will write what is L inverse of f bar of s equal to L inverse of 1 by s. But that L inverse of f bar of s is f of t. F of t equal to that L inverse of 1 by s is 1. That already we know that. Next, similarly, L inverse of g bar of s equal to 1 divided by s square plus a square. So here also I will apply L inverse. On both sides I am applying L inverse. Now L inverse of g bar of s is g of t equal to, this one should be 1 divided by s square plus a square. I will write, what is that? L inverse of 1 divided by s square plus a square is sin a t divided by a. Now I will write f of u equal to 1, g of t minus u equal to, here only I will write sin of, just I will multiply in the place of a t minus u I am writing, a also I will multiply a t minus a u divided by a. This is g of t minus u. Now, formula, convolution theorem. What is that convolution theorem? We know that convolution theorem. Convolution theorem is L inverse of f bar of s into g bar of s equal to integration of u equal to 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u into du. Whether u equal to 0 to t is u equal to 0 to t, f of u is 1, g of t minus u is nothing but sin of a t minus a u divided by a into du. Sin of a t minus a u divided by a into du. Now I will take 1 by a outside. So if you take 1 by a outside, outside. Now u equal to 0 to t. 1 into sin a t minus a u is sin of a t minus a u into du. What is that? Integration of sin theta is nothing but minus cos theta. Here, what is that? Integration of sin a t minus a u is cos of AT minus AU divided by, say here, minus cos. Already I told integration of sine theta into d theta is minus cos theta. Now here minus I written. Again integration of this AT minus AU. AT is with respect to u we are doing in 0. Minus AU is minus A. In the denominator we will write. Now I will cancellate this EAA. So you will get, after cancellation, you will get only cos AT minus AU. What are the limits I will write here? U equal to 0 to t. In next step, I will apply these limits. In next sheet I will write that. So I will apply the limits. L inverse of f bar of s into g bar of s equal to 1 by a into, but if you will apply upper limit, so first what I will get? Cos AT minus AT minus of cos AT minus 0. AT minus 0, u equal to 0. Now, let's see, here again denominator should be over there, a is there. Now 1 by a into 1 by a is 1 by a square. At minus at should be cos 0 minus cos at that equal to 1 by a square into, I'll write this one as 1 minus cos at. Now L inverse of f bar of s should be 1 divided by s into a square plus a square equal to, we'll get 1 by a square into 1 minus cos at. Any doubts in this? We can ask. Right. Next problem, I'll take it as second question. I think you understood. According to the procedure, I have been applied this. Next, second problem. Right. Second question, using convolution theorem, obtain the inverse Laplace transform of the following function what that following function is L inverse of, that is otherwise L inverse already informed here, so I'll write S divided by S square plus A square whole square. S divided by A square plus A square whole square. How do you simplify this? Right, solution I'll take. Solution. We'll write this one only. S divided by S square plus A square whole square. I'll write as, first function I'll write as, see, denominator should be, here only one s is there, here denominator should be S square plus A square whole square is there. This one I'll write 1 divided by A square into A square divided 1 divided by A square plus A square into S divided by A square plus A square. If you multiply these denominators, A square plus A square into A square plus A square is A square plus A square whole square. 1 into S should be S only. Now I'll choose f bar of S is 1 divided by A square plus A square. G bar of S as S divided by A square plus A square. Now L inverse of f bar of S equal to L inverse of 1 divided by A square plus A square. L inverse of f bar of S is f of t equal to, what is 1 divided by A square plus A square is sin AT divided by A. L inverse of G bar of S equal to L inverse of S divided by A square plus A square. Now G of t equal to L inverse of S by S square plus A square is only I'll write it as cos AT. Cos AT. Now I think you understood here what is that 1 divided by A square plus A square I have written sin AT by A, and here G of t is cos AT. Next, what is f of u? Here f of u is nothing but sin AU divided by A. G of t minus u is cos AT minus AU. Think any doubts in this? Right. So I found out f of u. What is f of u? What is g of t minus u? Next, I'll apply convolution formula. If I will apply convolution formula, what is that convolution formula? L inverse of f bar of s into g bar of s equal to integration of u equal to 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u into du. L inverse of f bar of s should be 1 divided by s square plus a square. G bar of s is s by s square plus a square. U equal to 0 to t. What is f of u? F of u is nothing but sin AU divided by A. G of t minus u is nothing but cos AT minus AU into du. Now, we will take 1 by A into u equal to 0 to t sin AU into cos of AT minus AU into du. Right, we know that we have been studied at the formula sin A cos B. What is the formula of sin A cos B is nothing but, so if you will apply, we know that. So already we studied at sin A into cos B equal to 1 by 2 into sin of A plus B, sin of A plus B plus sin of A minus B. This is the formula, we know that. So that formula I am applying. So if you will apply this formula, you will get in the form of, right, L inverse of S divided by S square plus A square whole square equal to L inverse of S divided by S square plus A square whole square equal to 1 by A into, now I'll write only I'm applying u equal to 0 to t. What is A here? A is nothing but AU. What is B is nothing but AT minus AU. Now I'll write sin of A. A is AU. B is plus AT minus AU plus sin of A minus B. Sin of A minus B is nothing but AU minus of AT minus AU into du. Now I'll write this one only 1 by A into u equal to 0 to t. Let's see sin AU plus AT minus AU. Plus AU minus AU cancelled. So you will get only what is that? Sin AT I have. Plus sin of see, if I'll open this bracket, this is minus AT, this is plus AU. So the time I'll get sin of 2AU minus AT I'll get. 2AU minus AT into, what is that? Into du I'll get. Now, I want to integrate this. So how do you integrate this one? Say, here I left out say, I have written, while writing the formula 1 by 2 I have written. So while writing this, we will get 1 by 2A, 1 by 2A. Already A is outside, 1 by 2A you will get. Now, 1 by 2A into u equal to 0 to t sin AT into du plus u equal to 0 to t sin of 2AU minus AT into du. Now I'll write 1 by 2A into, I'll take sin AT outside. So if you take sin AT outside, so integration of the du is there, u equal to 0 to t plus integration of, see, sin AT is constant, that's only I took outside. It is not depending upon u, so that's why sin AT I took outside. Here sin 2AU minus AT is there. What is the integration of sin 2AU minus AT is minus of cos 2AU minus AT divided by integration of this 2AU minus AT is nothing but 2A. Here the limits should be, what is that, u equal to 0 to t. Now I'll write 1 by 2A into sin AT. Integration of du is u. What is that, limit should be u equal to 0 to t minus 1 by 2A into cos 2AU minus AT u equal to 0 to t. U equal to 0 to t. Now I will write 1 by 2A into sin AT. Limit should be, first if you will apply upper limit, so you will get t, lower limit means 0. So t minus 0 minus 1 by 2A into, if I will apply upper limit, see here, I will apply upper limit means t, 2AT minus AT, cos of 2AT minus AT minus cos of, see I am writing this upper limit I have written here, minus I put here inside only, minus u equal to 0 means cos of minus AT. I am closing this bracket, then this flower bracket. Now I will write this side, so I will write in next sheet that equal to 1 by 2A into sin AT into t, sin AT into t minus minus 1 by 2A into, see here 1 by 2A I multiplied, here see 1 by 2A into, here 1 by 2A is there. Now if I simplify this, cos 2AT minus AT should be cos AT minus cos of minus theta is nothing but cos theta. Just I will write that cos of minus theta is nothing but cos theta. I will write. I will close this one more bracket. Now I will get 1 by 2A into t sin AT, t sin AT, t sin AT minus 1 by 2A into 1 by 2A into cos AT minus cos AT. So if you simplify cos AT minus cos AT should be 0. Now you will get 1 by 2A into, with 0 into 1 by 2A is 0 only, 1 by 2A into t into sin AT. Now L inverse of 1 divided by s square plus a square whole square. L inverse of s divided by, no, the problem should be s divided by s square plus a square equal to 1 by 2A or t into sin AT divided by 2A. This is the required solution for the given problem. Any doubts in this? Right. One more problem I will simplify in this. Right. Using convolution theorem. Next, third question. Any doubts in this? You can ask. Right. Using convolution theorem. Using convolution theorem. Evaluate L inverse of 1 divided by s minus 1, 1 divided by s minus 1 into s square plus 1. S square plus 1. Now, how do you evaluate this? We can see solution. 1 divided by s minus 1 into s square plus 1. This only I'll write 1 divided by s minus 1 into 1 divided by s square plus 1 I'll write. 1 should be f bar of s equal to 1 divided by s minus 1, g bar of s equal to 1 divided by s square plus 1. Now, product of two functions I express and I am simplifying that. So, we'll simplify that. What we'll get? L inverse of f bar of s equal to L inverse of 1 divided by s minus 1. And similarly, L inverse of g bar of s equal to L inverse of 1 divided by s square plus 1. L inverse of f bar of s is f of t. L inverse of 1 divided by s minus 1 is e power t. Next one should be, this is g of t equal to L inverse of 1 divided by s square plus 1. That 1 divided by s square plus 1 should be sin a t divided by t. A is 1, sin t divided by 1. Now, what is f of u? F of u is e power u. G of t minus u is sin of t minus u. Sin of t minus u. Now, if you simplify this, you will get, right, I can apply convolution formula. So, if I will apply convolution formula, L inverse of that f bar of s into g bar of s equal to integration of u equal to 0 to t f of u into g of t minus u into du. Now, L inverse of f bar of s should be that s minus 1 by s minus 1 into s square plus 1 equal to u equal to 0 to t f of u. F of u is nothing but e power u into g of t minus u is nothing but sin of t minus u into du. Now, we know that one of the formula we have been studied at in 12th standard and in first semester and second semesters, integration of e power ax into sin bx plus c equal to e power ax divided by a square plus b square into a sin bx plus c minus b into cos bx plus c. Right. So according to this is the formula. So using this formula, I am going to simplify this problem. Now L inverse of 1 divided by s minus 1 into s square plus 1 equal to integration of u equal to 0 to t e power u divided by a. A is nothing but 1 square. B. What is it? B here. B is nothing but t coefficient. Sorry, t minus u is there. In that place, x coefficient should be what is that here? Bx plus c no is minus 1 here. Right? So, minus 1 square. A is 1, B is minus 1 into, while applying this, it not required this integration. You put like this, u equal to that one at the end I will write. A, what is that value of A? A is nothing but 1 into sine of Bx plus C is nothing but sine of t minus u plus, here why I am writing plus means, here already B value should be minus 1. Already here minus is there. So minus of minus I will write directly as plus. I think understood. B is nothing but that Bx plus C. X is nothing but minus u. Coefficient should be minus 1. So that sign I can write minus of, when it should be plus, I will write cos of bx plus c is nothing but t minus u into du. I will not write, already see u equal to 0 to t. Integration I apply. Now I will write e power, so this one should be, I will write it as 1 by 2 outside I will take e power u into sine of t minus u, sine of t minus u plus cos of t minus u. Limit should be u equal to 0 to t. Now I will write 1 by 2 into e power t, upper limit I am applying, into sine of t minus u. In the place of u equal to t means t minus t plus cos of u equal to t means t minus t minus lower limit if you will apply e power 0 into u equal to 0 means sin t plus u equal to 0 means cos t. Any doubts in this? You can see u equal to 0 means here I am applying u equal to 0 sin t, u equal to 0 means cos t. Now if you simplify this, 1 by 2 into e power t, sin 0 minus t is nothing but sin 0 plus cos 0, sin 0 plus cos 0 minus e power 0 is 1 into sin t plus cos t. Sin t plus cos t. Now I'll write 1 by 2 into e power t. Sin 0 value should be 0. Cos 0 is nothing but 1. Cos 0 is 1. Minus of sin t plus cos t. If you will multiply this minus also inside, you will get L inverse of 1 by s minus 1 into s square plus 1 equal to 1 by 2 into e power t minus sin t minus cos t, which is the required solution of the given equation. Any doubts in this? You can ask. Any doubts in this? We can ask. Right. Similarly, you can solve the problems in the same method. Any kind of problem we can simplify in the same method. So I have done that 3 problems with a different way. So you can also choose the functions like this, and you can simplify using convolution theorem. If there will be product of 2 functions, that product of 2 functions we can split into, one is f bar of s, another one should be g bar of s. Find f of t and g of t, then apply what is f of u, g of t minus u you can find, then you can simplify it. Right. Using this in the same way, you can solve some problems. See, I'll give some assignment problems. You can simplify it in the same way. So assignment problems I'm giving here. Assignment problems. One should be using convolution theorem. Right. Using convolution theorem. Find inverse Laplace. Find inverse Laplace. L inverse of 1 divided by a square plus a square whole square. This is the first one. Another one should be, second one should be L inverse of 1 divided by a square into s plus 1 whole square. Another one should be, third one should be, you can solve this, L inverse of a square divided by a square plus a square into a square plus b square. In the same way, we can simplify this. Here 1 divided by a square plus a square whole square is there. One term we will write as 1 by a square plus a square. Another term also 1 divided by a square plus a square. In this one, one term you will take it as 1 by s square f bar of s. Another term you will take it as 1 divided by s plus 1 whole square. You can use that completing square method and you can simplify this. Even similarly this one also directly s by s square plus a square, s by s square plus b square. First term should be f bar of s, second term should be g bar of s. Any doubts in this you can ask. With these problems I am winding up this convolution theorem.